Hello everyone and welcome to our Embodied movement yoga class. Today I would like to explore with you back extension. I would like to start from a flow to warm up the body and then explore possibilities to open up the hip flexors, mobilize the thoracic spine, and then put those openings together for a second final flow in which we can explore some composition of extension that can go a little bit further and deeper into the body. Let's begin our class in our usual balasana position. Our toes are touching behind us. Release the skin of the knees forward. The hands are pressing into the ground to lengthen the spine. Walk the hands forward and just rest the forehead down. When you exhale, allow the buttocks to move down towards the heels. You can assist this movement by catching the sides of the mat, and when you exhale, you press the hands forward and allow that lumbar spine to lengthen. The elbows are straight. The side ribs are becoming longer by this action. Place the hands into the floor. Inhale into the lumbar spine. Press into the feet. Exhale. Come up into your ENG cat. Let's begin by mobilizing the spine. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis. Open up the belly to the floor. And let's hold the position here, our galloping cow. Breathe into the belly and into the sternum. There is a possibility of breathing into the shoulders too. And posteriorly tilt the pelvis from the sacrum. Our spine is becoming convex. And now breathe into the back of the spine, in the mid-back. In between the scapulae. Allow the back of the head to go down. Let's move anteriorly tilt the pelvis, open up the belly to the floor, and balasana, exhale down. Inhale into the lumbar spine, and posteriorly tilt, come up. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, galloping cow, and exhale down. And let's continue with this movement from an angry cat to a galloping cow to a child pose to release the lumbar spine. In this movement, we are trying to bring the focus on the sacrum. The sacrum stipulates the movement which travels up the spine. One more time. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis. Keep the anterior tilt. Tuck the toes under. Press the hands forward and open the belly to the legs. Allow the back of the head to go down. The downward dog that I intend to explore here is to lengthen the spine and to lengthen the hamstrings. So we require a gentle anterior tilt and we open the armpits towards the knees. Lift the heels up, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, connect the pubic bone to the navel and wave the spine into a high plank. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, press the hands forward and back to downward dog. And let's continue. When I posteriorly tilt, I find my big wave to chaturanga, and then I anteriorly tilt and I find my inverted V position. A couple more cycles just to become fluid and warm up the shoulders. I would like to bring the attention to the shifting of the body weight. Lift the heels and now shift the body weight into the arms. And then our downward dog is going to load the legs. So anteriorly tilt, press forward, and the legs become heavy, the arms become lighter. Lift the heels up, step the right foot in between the hands, bring the left knee down. Walk the hands to the side. My left hand is in line with my left knee. Press the left hand into the ground and raise the right arm up. De-rotating the chest, allow the right arm to move back, and then take the right arm under the left armpit. Let's just gently move. Inhale, open up the sternum. Exhale, find your rotation. When you lift the sternum up, press into the left foot and allow the left hip to come a little forward. The back ribs come into the body, the sternum is opening. The right arm is heavy and the right pec is opening. Exhale, close. The front body is contracting, the back body is opening. A couple more times of these. At the next attempt, keep the right arm to the ceiling and allow the right arm to go over the head. This is giving me the chance to open the side body. Once again, the body weight here tends to go forward, so I'm trying to take the head back in line with the sacrum, like in a Paschimottanasana position. Contract the left side of the body. The right buttock goes down to the floor, and the right shoulder goes to the ear, and I'm lengthening. The right lung is lifting to the ceiling, and exhale, take the hands down. Shift the body weight once you're back into a sagittal plane, forward and back. Mobilize the right ankle, and when you feel comfortable, just shift the body weight into the right heel, inhale and come up. I would like to lengthen the space in between the right foot and the left knee so that I can accommodate the body weight shifting forward and back. Keep the arms to the ceiling. Allow the buttocks to move back to the left heel and find the flexion. Press into the left tibia, lift up, inhale, and find gentle extension. Exhale brings you forward. Inhale brings me up. Keep the arms straight for now. And let's continue between these 2 points. Shoulders to the ears, elbows behind the ears. Exhale, sternum comes in, caves in, and the scapula open. One more time. Hold your extension. Shoulders to the ears, spread the fingers, allow the elbows to come to the side ribs, and come up. Floss the scapula. One more time, and now let's flex again. Exhale, I'm closing forward. Inhale, come up and allow the elbows to sink in. The clavicles are spreading, the sternum goes to the ceiling. Close forward again. Let's find gradually depth into the left hip. One more time. Sink. And take the hands on the hips. Lift the toes up of the right foot. The right heel is giving me strength to move. Press into the heel, come gently up. Connect the right heel to the left knee. This is going to activate the hip flexors. Connect, connect, and sink in and release. Take the hands down, straighten up the left leg, sink in and out from the right knee to give you this bouncy feeling, and step the right back. The right leg goes back into a downward dog. Let's stay here for a moment to observe the right side of the body, the length we have created in the side ribs. Back of the head is heavy. Lift the heels up, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, find your wave. Anteriorly tilt, shift the body weight into the legs. Lift the heels up, connect the pubic bone to the navel, shift the body weight into the arms again. Anteriorly tilt, downward dog. One more time. Posteriorly tilt, and anteriorly tilt. When I need to step my left leg forward now, I'm going to lift the heels, posteriorly tilt, so I find the strength in the front body, take the left knee to the chest, step the left foot down, right knee on the ground, wall the hands to the side. This is a frontal plane. My right hand is in line with my right knee, my left arm comes up. Allow your left arm to move back. Exhale, rotation, the front body is contracting. Inhale, open the rotation, the back body is contracting. Allow the hips to move forward when you spread the chest and to move back when you go into a flexion. You may use a block to support under your right hand, as when we lift the hand off the ground by a few inches, it's a little easier to rotate and de-rotate. You can just keep that in mind for the future. If you want to practice this movement, allow yourself to be helped by a block. I prefer doing it without. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling and take the left arm over the head. Press into the right foot, allow the hips to move forward. Contract the right side of the body to lengthen the left side. The left buttock is moving down as a consequence, and now I'm actively lifting the left shoulder to the ear, and I'm creating space in between the buttock and the shoulder. The side ribs are spreading. My right hand is pressing into the floor as if I wanted to touch the ceiling with my left lung. Inhale. Exhale here. One more time. You can rest the head, look down. Exhale, the hands move to the floor. Walk the hands forward and you're to the front of the mat. Shift back and forth. Let's mobilize the left ankle, which is also a fundamental part of our knee flexion. When we go into a knee flexion, we'd like also to get mobility in the ankle to deepen the movement. We'll see the importance of that when we practice Utkatasana. At the next movement, shift the body forward, arm come up, inhale, and find your Ashvasanchalanasana or 90-90 position. Allow the buttocks to move back into a flexion. Inhale, press into the right tibia, fold up, shift forward, shoulders to the ears, elbows behind the head, spread the sternum to the ceiling, and forward again. And let's continue. Lift the toes of the left foot up so that the left heel can take the body weight. And now come up, hold your extension and flossing of the shoulders, elbows come into the side ribs and the elbows extend. Flexion and extension. Don't be shy into that right hip, allow the body to sink and find depth. And now exhale, close forward. Inhale, open, elbows come in, sternum lifts up. And finding how flexion and extension, they both help to deepen the movement. One more time. Hold your extension, take the hands on the hips, lift the toes of the left foot, press into the heel to come up of the stretching, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, connect the right knee and the left heel. This is called post-isometric relaxation. Relax and sink, and I'm finding depth. Take the hands to the floor, straighten up the right leg, bounce into the front leg. This bounciness is giving you a sense of freedom and downward dog. Now I can feel how the body is open to the sides. My hip flexors have been released by the movement and I can press the buttocks up to the ceiling a little more now. Posteriorly tilt, find your high plank, come onto your knees, and then Balasana. Keep the hands walking forward, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, allow the buttocks to sink in, and you go into your upward dog. And let's continue. From a child pose to an angry cat, keep the posterior tilt, the buttocks sink first, and then the spine is following into an extension. Extend the elbows, lift the ears to the ceiling so that the side of the necks become longer. And come back. Let's find again the upward dog. Press the hands into the ground, allow the side ribs to come up to the armpits to lift the spine up. Press the feet into the floor as if you wanted to lift the knees and allow the hip flexors to sink down. The back ribs come into the body and the clavicles are opening. Exhale. Let's stay here, rest the elbows on the ground. Take a few deep breaths to reconnect you to the breath that sometimes may become scattered during the practice. Now, let's get our angry cat position. In an angry cat, we have the chance to connect the front of the body, especially the pelvic floor. Shift the body weight forward and back. Body weight into the hands and then back into the feet. I'm shifting, I can sense I'm loading my wrists and then I'm loading my knees. Stay forward at the next attempt. Keep the posterior tilt, press into the feet, lift the knees 1 centimeter off the ground. Now, when I have lifted my knees, my pelvic floor, if I posteriorly tilt, is going to engage even further. Now connect the feet to the hands as if you wanted to drag them together. Take the knees on the floor, connect the pelvis, keep the sensation of strength that we have created. Come back with the buttocks on the heels and stay into your flexion. Bounce, bounce. Press into the feet, inhale, come up. Elbows come into the side ribs, sternum goes up. Exhale, forward. Inhale brings me into an extension. The hips are leading the movement. Hips forward, elbows come in, sternum up. Exhale. And let's continue a few cycles in your own pace. Hips lead the movement, spine follows, buttocks relaxed, elbows to the ceiling, sink. And just rest here. Let's take a few breaths to release the lumbar spine. Walk the hands back, lift the chest up. Now I would like to enter an inquiry part of the practice in which we can explore a few drills by using a blanket. Alright class, once you have your blanket ready, let's fold our mat in a half. And let's place our blanket on top of the mat. Lie down on the floor. Allow the belly button to be on the mat. Press the elbows into the ground and find your baby bhujangasana. Keep the feet in line with the hips and allow the legs to roll out. Keep them relaxed. I'm opening the space in between my fingers and I'm pressing my elbows down to lengthen the spine up. The first movement I would like to do is just collapse the shoulders and then press the elbows down and lengthen the spine. Collapse and lengthen the sides of the neck. This is a fundamental movement even for our upward facing dog. Learning how to take the shoulders down to the elbows and lengthen the sides of the neck. Let's hold it here. Now allow the chin to come to the chest and back up. Now gradually, when the chin is coming down, I'm allowing the chin to stay towards the floor. Press the elbow, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, and find yourself into a low plank on the knees. The belly button is going down like a wave. Find again your cobra. Chin to the chest, press the elbows, protract the scapula, connect the pubic bone to the navel, unroll the spine. Let's introduce a little bit of spice. Press the hands into the floor and lift the elbows by 1 centimeter off the ground. Allow the chin to come back to the chest, elbows on the floor, lift up, connect the toes to the floor, lift the knees off the ground and find your low plank. Knees on the ground, release the feet, unroll the spine. Inhale. One more time, chin to the chest, press the elbows, lift the legs up, knees down, and now let's progress the movement. Chest up, inhale, exhale, lengthen the spine, come down. My hands are active. I press with the hands, not with the elbows, to reconnect the body. Press the hands down, lift the chest up. My elbows are lifted 1 centimeter off the ground. Elbows down, chin to the chest, posterior tilt, lift up, low plank. Knees down, inhale, raise the crown of the head up, and down. Press the hands, lift the elbows already by 1 centimeter. Press the hands and lift the chest up. When I press the hands down, the back ribs come in, the sternum is lifting. Take the elbows down and lift yourself up, low plank. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Press the hands and come back. Mobilize the thoracic spine. Now hold it here, shoulders away from the ears. Sternum towards the chin. Release the buttocks if you can. And rest the chest. Hands under the forehead. And let's stay here into our prone position. A very relaxed Makarasana. You can find your who breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Take the hands under the shoulders, lift yourself up. Let's change perspective. So these sets of movement that we're exploring right now, they're giving mobility to the spine, but they're also giving strength into the midsection. So our psoas, our rectus abdominis, all the abdominal muscles are getting contracted and they're bringing me back together and they're protecting the spine. This is another perspective of the same movement. I am staying in my low plank, in my baby bhujangasana again, and I'm going to find my low plank. Keep the elbows on the mat, keep the feet on the blanket, press the elbows down, lift the crown of the head up. Press the hands into the floor to keep the elbows light and allow the back body to sink in. And then elbows strong on the ground, chin to the chest. Lift yourself up, keep the feet plantar flexed, lift the knees up and then drag the feet to the elbows, hold it up. And then drag the feet back, 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 and find again Bhujangasana. And rest here for a second. Allow the head to be heavy. One more time. Press the elbows, lift yourself up. Now stay with the chest open. Spread the finger away from each other. Press the hands into the ground. Lift the elbows by 1 centimeter. Drag the hands towards the body, allow the sternum to come forward, elbows down, chin to the chest, and posteriorly tilt, lift yourself up, drag the feet forward, hold it, feet to the elbows and vice versa, and now drag back to find the floor, and find again your Bhujangasana, rest the head down, feel free to collapse the shoulders. I'm using my own breathing during the practice because it allows me to activate the vagus nerve. So it brings a sensation of relaxation, introspection. So I'm using these tools during the practice to introspect and to maintain connection. One more time, press the elbows down, crown of the head up. Press the hands to lift the elbows up. Drag the hands towards the body, sternum comes forward. Shoulders down to the elbows, lift the chest up. Elbows down, chin to the chest. Protract the scapula. Stay here for a second. Straighten up the legs. Stay here. And now connect, lift up. 1, 2, and let go. Very good. And stay down and rest for a second. Once again, a very gentle Makarasana. So we have done this movement only 3 times. You can feel free to do it as many times as you want. I'm just using it to mobilize the spine and to create awareness, not to become necessarily stronger at doing the movement. It's about awareness to me at this stage of my practice. Let's remove the blanket and take 2 blocks. Once we have our 2 blocks, we're going to use them to find our next exploration, which is about opening the hip flexors. I'm stepping. Well, let's use the blanket, why not? And let's use it to protect the back leg knee. My left knee is on the blanket, my right heel is on top of the block. I would like to suggest, since this block is a little bit too short for my foot, not to grip. If this happens to you, don't grip the toes down. Lift the toes lifted up, as this one will give you awareness into the 3 arches and the heel. Let's begin by keeping the hands on the hips and sink into the right knee and come back up. Sinking and going lower and up. I would like to use a range of movement that introduce that post-isometric relaxation that we saw before and reciprocal inhibition. Those are muscle energy techniques that allow our muscles, our tendons, and the muscle spindle to relax and to find depth in our poses. And let's hold it here and let's just bounce. My right heel is giving me the bounciness that I need for this movement. The hips go in and out. In, hold it for a second and up. So slow down that bounciness and make it 1 second in and 1 second out. In and out. One more time. Hold it in and come back up. Connect the left knee to the right heel. I'm dragging them together. Hold it. I'm activating the hip flexors for 5 seconds and release, sink. My left buttock for reciprocal inhibition is going to contract and release the psoas on the left side. Contract it and release and find extra depth. Press into the right heel, lift yourself up. Press into the left foot. I like to keep it plantar flexed. Feel free to dorsiflex. It's much harder when you keep it plantar flexed. Arms to the side, press into the left foot, straighten up the left knee. And now drag the left foot to the right. 1, hold it, 2, arms up, and 3, sink and out. Wow, very good. So this is giving me this sensation of having worked the front of the hips, but not just by using my body weight, but also using techniques that are allowing the muscles to relax. Left heel onto the block, sink in and out. So I'm sinking in and out this way to slowly move into this exploration. I don't want to barge in and be aggressive with the body. I'm progressively feeling what the body is allowing me to do, and now bounce. So let's bounce rather quickly to start with, and then find our tempo. Slow down 1 second and out. 1 second, out. And let's continue. Keep it, find that point of resistance and back up, back off. Point of resistance found and I'm out. Again, where's the point of resistance? Is here and I'm out. And now hold the point of resistance. Lift yourself up, lift the toes up. Now when I'm lifting myself up, notice I'm coming up by a few centimeters so that I can posteriorly tilt the pelvis. When I have this posterior tilt, now the hip flexors begin to open. Connect the left heel to the right knee, drag them towards each other, and relax. Find that. Allow the right buttock now to contract. Reciprocal inhibition, which is opening the front. And relax. The previous movement was called post-isometric relaxation. This is called reciprocal inhibition. Now lift up. Now we're going to engage the quadriceps to release them. You can plantar flex the back foot, or you can keep it in a, you can dorsiflex or plantar flex. This is a dorsiflexion, this is a plantar flexion. Arms to the side, straighten up the right leg, palms up, connect the right foot to the left, lift the arms up. 1, 2, and release. I could have held it a little longer, I didn't because it felt really tiring. So I felt that the body was working enough. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So how do we make this harder now? Let's use 2 blocks, one on top of the other. Notice that by changing the angle of the femur, we're actually opening more the opposite leg. So that's why I'm trying to increase the height of the floor. Sink in and out. Once again, gently in and out. And then I'm repeating, I'm staying into the movement. And I'm allowing the left hip flexors to open and I back off. Allow it to sink in, hold it for a second, and back off. 2 more times. Find the point of resistance, come back up. Now we're not going to do reciprocal inhibition. We're just holding it, arms out, press into the left foot, lift yourself up. Connect the left foot to the right. And release, and again, up and down. Up, down, 1 more time. Sink, lift the toes, the right heel is pressing, lift the back leg up, arms to the ears, drag the left heel to the right, connect, chest goes up, elbows into the side body, and let go. Okay, and let's change side. Left heel on top of the blocks, and sink to find your point of resistance. And don't be shy, allow the body to go, optimal range of motion. By now the body is ready to explore the optimal range of motion, so let's give it a go. Open, the chest goes away from the psoas. So there's so many little techniques and cues that we can explore here. Now hold it. If you want to increase the stretch, you take the sternum away from the hips so that the psoas is lifted up by the motion of the sternum and the other end is fixed, so you're actually lengthening the inside. And of course also the diaphragm is opening, the diaphragm is connected to the psoas. Keep the arms alongside the shoulders, press the right foot and lift yourself up. Connect the right foot to the left heel. 1, 2, and let go. Up and down. Sometimes I like to explain and I drag forward the timing. Feel free to rest whenever you need. And sink. Optimal range of motion. If you need to back off from the stretch, do it. Lift yourself up a little, otherwise you can stay in. Arms alongside the shoulders. Press the right foot, straighten up the knee. Shoulders to the ears. Lift the side ribs. Connect the feet. Elbows coming to the side ribs. And release. Okay. Let's translate everything straight away into a downward dog. And the back of the head goes down. The heels are grounded. Lift the toes up. Straighten up the knees. Push the buttocks away from the shoulders to lengthen the spine. And relax. And now we're ready to explore our final flow that I wanted to see. It's going to be a very nice exploration of movement combining chest mobility and hips mobility. Alright class, this is going to be our last exploration where we can translate all the movements that we have explored into some fluid motion. Let's stand up into a Tadasana and let's stand to the edge of the mat. Keep the hands on the waist, lift the toes up to ground the heels. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, find 90 degrees into your chest and your legs. Shift the body weight into the heels, bend the knees 90 degrees. Utkatasana, raise the arms up. Shift the body weight into the right leg. Step the left leg backward and find Virabhadrasana. Left arm comes back. Left knee straighten up. Right shoulder to the ear, extend the chest. Now allow the left foot to drop and find Virabhadrasana 2. From Virabhadrasana 2, Skandasana, sink. Open again, Virabhadrasana. Skandasana. One more time, Vira to Skandasana, hands on the floor, and now face the back of the mat. Keep the back foot into dorsiflexion, shift the body weight back, the right hand comes onto the right heel, allow the left arm to come to the back of the head and find this half Ustrasana. Elbow to the knee, close yourself, press the hip forward, open up. Again, elbow to the knee, close yourself up, down, and then open yourself up. One more time, close, open, and now allow the left arm to go over the head, straighten up the elbow, as if your left hand wanted to reach an object midair. Again, close yourself, hands forward, straighten up the right leg, and now find Skandasana. Virabhadrasana 2, Virabhadrasana 1, come forward into Utkatasana, raise yourself up, Tadasana. Wow, that's a journey, okay? Let's take a couple of breaths, and we do it the opposite side. Feel free to break down the movements in as many parts as you want. You can stop it from the Skandasana to Virabhadrasana, and then from Skandasana work into that. I don't have time, this would be a full class if you came to my class, but this is just a small sample of around 45 minutes. So you feel free to adapt it to your body. So I'm standing to the front of the mat, anteriorly tilt the pelvis, and now shift the body weight back. Imagine there was a stool behind you and you wanted to sit, and that's it. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, find opening into the front body, Utkatasana. Step onto the left leg, straighten up the right back. My right knee is straightened, my shoulders are going up to the ears. And now allow the right hand to come back and find Virabhadrasana 1. Reach with the right hand towards the right heel. And now, right heel to the floor and sink into Vira 2. Down to Skandasana. Up to Vira 2. In Skandasana. One more time. Sink, hands on the floor. Shift to the back of the mat. Left knee on the ground. Buttocks are coming down. Remember the flexion movement we saw before. Left hand comes back, right hand behind the head. And then lift yourself up to the side. And close elbow, right elbow to the left knee. Press left hip forward and back. And continue one more time. And hold it. Reach with the right arm over the head, straighten up the right elbow. Press the left hip forward. Take the right buttock back. Close yourself. Walk the hands forward. Straighten up the left leg and now reverse into Skandasana. Reverse into Vira 2. Reverse into Vira 1. Arms over the head. Point the back foot and Utkatasana. Lift up. Tadasana. Alright, so this is the work that I wanted to showcase today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have, and see you very soon for our next class. Ariom.